change back into your street clothes and set off. Oh no, you're just going somewhere else. Beep beep beep! Yet another alert from your crime watch.
Okay, Jerry. Where am I going this time?
Museum of Egyptian Heritage. You're going to the museums, basically. So, do you follow its advice and head for the Egyptian Museum downtown, or visit Jerry the Grass as you're nearby?
Visit Jerry the Grass.
You visit Jerry the Grass as Regular Chairface. He lives in a rundown part of town in a dirty one-bedroom apartment. Oi, Regular Chairface, what you doing here? You're gonna blow my cover.
I need the latest, Jerry.
Yeah. Sure, you know the man trapper, right?
Sure, he's been in the papers recently.
Well, he's got a guy called Sidney Knox under mind control. He goes on to tell you that Knox works at the Murdoch Nuclear Laboratories. Knox is normally quite a passive person and spends all his spare time in the observation tower at the lab watching migratory birds. The man-trapper has planted him with a post-hypnotic suggestion. You found a clue. Sidney Knox enjoys viewing the migratory birds from the observation tower. And you gain 1 luck point.
But why?
Beats me. Ask the man-trapper, or Knox, and get out of here. With this valuable information, you leave Jerry's apartment. So, do you check your crime watch or head home?
Check the crime watch.
You check the crime watch to see if anything else is happening. It remains silent. Now might be a good time for you to check any clues you found today. With nothing else to do for the day, you head home. You spend the evening relaxing in front of the TV.
Finally, a chance to sit down after a busy day.
You gain 6 stamina points and enjoy a good night's sleep. In the morning, you set off for a stroll. As you wander through the park, the beeping of your wrist signifies the start of your busiest day yet. Murdoch Nuclear Laboratories. You gulp. Atomic weapons experiments are conducted at the Murdoch Laboratories.
I'd better get to Murdoch's labs without delay. This sounds like a very serious incident.
At the Murdoch Labs, panic is in the air when you arrive. Regular Chairface, thank goodness you're here, says this balding man.
What seems to be the problem, Director?
It's Sidney Knox. He's tested our latest radiation experiments on himself. A series of controlled radiation experiments were being conducted on the animals to help determine the effects of a nuclear explosion with startling results.
What kinds of experiments, Director?
We discovered certain radiation increased animals' intelligence. We produced a dog that could quote Shakespeare.
That doesn't sound very...
And that chimpanzee. Wow, she could play a mean game of dig dug, beat me every time.
Professor, please, Sidney Knox.
The professor goes on to explain that they have speculated that similar experiments on humans would produce much more dramatic results. This theory has now proven to be true. Sidney Knox, one of the research assistants, had crept into the radiation chamber that morning and subjected himself to the rays. His brain is now twice its normal size and he has the ability to manipulate objects by willpower alone. But there is an unforeseen side effect. Sidney Knox, normally a peaceful individual, has developed a destructive streak. His powers enable him to will the radiation emitter to implode and destroy itself. If he were anywhere nearby the nuclear reactor...
Isn't the meeting meant to be on?
Yeah, I think it's today.
Yeah. I must find Sidney Knox. Destruction of the reactor would mean disaster on the city.
No one knows where he is now, but the reactor must be protected at all costs. Where will you begin your search for the self-made mutant? The nuclear reactor, the test labs, or do you think you've got a clue about where Sidney Knox goes?
The clue is try and solve it.
So, here are your clues. Could it be that Sidney Knox enjoys looking at the birds from the observation tower? Could that clue come in handy right about now?
Possibly.
Let's look at it. Good work. Regular Chairface, you solved the clue. You gained a bonus 2 hero points for solving it on your first try.
Yes.
Sydney Knox, now you remember, he's under the Man-Trapper's control. You recall that Sydney likes to spend his spare time watching migratory birds. He was using an observation tower at the lab to do so. But can you find it in time?
Excuse me, do you know where the observation tower is? It's vital.
Certainly, it's just over there, up the stairs. Hoping that this may lead you to the mutant, you rush to the room at the very top. There, staring out the window at the huge reactor structure, is a man in a white coat with a bloated head the size of a pumpkin. You creep up behind him and deliver a blow to the back of his neck to knock him out. Opportunity. Oh, sorry, that's your line.
Opportunity, Knox.
With Sydney Knox unconscious, you carry him down the stairs to the waiting scientists. You gain 5 hero points. You can only hope that they can find a way of either curing him or taming his destructive urges. Though you do not realise it, you have just saved perhaps the whole of Titan City from the deadly threat by capturing Sydney Knox. In appreciation of your saving the laboratory, the scientists bring you a small pen-like device. Please take this as a gift from us, Regular Chairface.
What is this? What is it? It looks like some kind of sonic-powered screwdriver.
No, that would be ridiculous. It's called a circuit jammer. One of our juniors was making it in their spare time.
Intriguing. Why give it to me?
Well, in layman's terms, it shuts down circuitry. Any machines or villains relying on machines will be rendered useless.
Fantastic. This would be quite an ace up my sleeve against a Titan cyborg.
The director beams with pride, clearly thrilled that the Institute has been able to help Regular Chairface. Whoever invented this will have quite the tale to tell.
Thank you for the gift, citizen. It might just come in handy.
You leave Murdoch Laboratories donning your disguise to blend in.
Back to the city.
2nd Avenue. You see a crowd huddle around a shop window and you step up to see what is going on. It is an electrical shop and the people are staring at a television in the centre of the window. A newsflash is being reported by the announcer. You cannot hear what is being said, but you recognise the face in the photo that appears briefly on the screen. It is Giorgio Schultz, better known as the Poisoner.
What on earth is that pesky poisoner up to this time? Pesky poisoner, I mean.
Perhaps you should go down to police headquarters and find out. You turn to go when, beep beep beep, Jerry the Grass is notifying you of another crime.
Just what I needed.
Stanley Swimming Pool. You change into costume and prepare for more trouble. Will you go to the police headquarters or Stanley Swimming Pool?
Police headquarters.
You arrive at the police headquarters and speak to Lieutenant Wojak, who seems to be quite distressed.
What seems to be the problem, Lieutenant?
It's the Poisoner!
That fiend, what's he up to now?
He's poisoning! What did you expect, really? We were trying to keep his threats a secret, but some fool reporter has leaked the story. He hands you the latest edition of the newspaper that you work for. Poisoner poisons populace!
Oh, isn't this just like Spider-Man?
Poisoner poisons populace, shrieks the latest banner. You read on. The Poisoner is demanding $1 million in unmarked notes by this evening, or else, he says, everyone in Titan City will suffer. You know the guy, Regular Chairface, he's a madman.
Yes, and is cahoots with F.E.A.R to boot.
What can we do? 2 innocent people have died from poisoning. It was in their milk. Not even dairy goods are safe.
Don't worry, Regular Chairface. Is on the case.
Thank you, Regular Chairface. I don't like the force to always rely on you, but we need your expertise. Where will you begin your search? The Cowfield Dairy, the largest drugstore in Shorta Mall, or do you think you have a clue about the Poisoner?
I think I have a clue.
So Porcelain Percy mentioned that the poisoner may be up to no good at Titan City Reservoir. Do we think that's a clue we should follow at this point? The poisoner at the reservoir. Should we go to this thing? Yes.
Yes.
Good detective work, Regular Chairface. You solved the clue. The poisoner, eh? Luckily you encountered Porcelain Percy, who gave you the lowdown on the poisoner's latest scheme. Without delay, you head to the Titan City Reservoir. You arrive at the reservoir and are you are surprised to find the office door unlocked. Inside you find the reason why the on-duty clerk is laying in the corner of the office, bound and gagged. You untie his hands and take the gag from his mouth. Ha! Regular Chairface, thank goodness you're here.
Let me help you.
Forget me, get to the pump house. The poisoner is going to poison the water supply. You rush to the pump house and fling back the door. The wild-haired man is leaning over the network of pipes, studying the valves. In his hand he holds a vial of liquid, which apparently he's been doing since they took this first photo of him. As you enter, he wheels around. An evil grin greets you. Regular Chairface, eh? So you think you can foil my plan? Well, hold your ground. He waves around the sinister-looking vial at you menacingly. You're quite sure that whatever is inside, it's not good. See this vial? One step closer and I'll pour it into this intake.
You can't!
Oh, but I can. Within the hour, my poison will flow out of every tap in Titan City. You must stop the poisoner before he can carry out his plans. I assume you're going to take the one option they've given you, which
one should I take?
which I think you're going to have to use your psychic powers there, Max.
Yeah. That one.
Dropping your hands to your sides in a motion of apparent submission, you concentrate on the poisoner. His hand moves to take the stopper off the vial of poison. He raises it up and starts to tip it. You concentrate harder. Ah, no!
What's the matter, poisoner? Aren't you thirsty all of a sudden?
The terrified poisoner brings the vial closer to his mouth against his will. Wait, Regular Chairface, please! This chemical is lethal!
Lethal, you say?
You force him to bring the vial closer to his lips. He pleads with you for mercy, and you agree You agree to will him to smash the vial if only he tells you what he knows about fear. All right! Utoshiki is arranging a meeting soon, but they didn't invite me.
You already know that. Keep talking, poisoner. You seem might be thirsty to me.
Okay, the location of the meeting is known by a man with a gold watch. That sounds like crucial information. So the location of the F.E.A.R meeting is known by a man with a gold watch. You got a lot of luck points. And you defeated the poisoner with his own poison, which is an achievement. With the last strain of mental effort, you will him to smash the vial on the floor. No! My precious poison! You apprehend the now harmless poisoner. With the poisoner's deadly threat averted, he is completely harmless. You decide what to do with the nefarious villain. Do you contact the police on your crime watch, or reconsider and release him?
Contact the police.
You use your crime watch to contact the police.
Officer, I'm apprehended the poisoner at the reservoir. Please send someone immediately.
Right away, Regular Chairface. Nice work, you just gained 4 hero points.
4.
Meanwhile, you go through the protesting poisoner's pockets. Leave that alone! Help! Help! I'm being repressed!
Quiet, you.
Examining the poisoner's pockets, you discover something interesting. It is said that the Beast King has escaped from jail and is planning a raid on Titan Zoo.
I'd better remember this.
You found a clue. And you gained a luck point. With the day saved once more, you leave the reservoir. The matter of the F.E.A.R meeting is playing on your mind. The meeting cannot take place.
Perhaps I should talk to the
Colonel
Colonel's
Saunders.
Saunders.
The Colonel commands the Titan City Army base. It's not that far out, it's just out of town, but not too far away.
He may have some news. If nothing else, we should compare notes.
So, do you go to the army base, or follow up on the thing where you had to go to the swimming pool earlier?
Go to the army base.
You arrive at the army base and are escorted in to see Colonel Saunders, who greets you with a warm handshake. It's Regular Chairface! You smile and give him a salute. Well, this is an honour. What can we do for you?
I've come to compare notes with you on the activities of F.E.A.R. if we share our knowledge.
An excellent idea, Regular Chairface. Unfortunately, we've come up with nothing. We know a top-level meeting is imminent.
Yes, and Utashuki is head of F.E.A.R. If we capture Utashuki, the rest of the group will crumble.
That's right. Well then, they are powerful and ruthless. You can count on us for help, Regular Chairface. During the conversation, you've noticed a distant buzzing noise which has gotten louder. Your suspicions are confirmed when an aide bursts into the room. He informs the Colonel that unknown helicopters are approaching the base. What? Contact them on the radio. If they refuse to identify themselves, open fire. You rush outside straight away. Into the drill square with the Colonel. You there, man the guns. You, get those defences up on the double. 20 F.E.A.R helicopters are heading towards the army base, heavily armed. The soldiers are taking up their positions. When the helicopters come into view, you can see that this is a well-organised raid. You have a good idea as to who organised it. Engage hostiles, keep all intruders out. Amid heavy army fire, several of the choppers land within the perimeter fence. When a stocky man with a tall forehead and a black costume steps out of the leading helicopter, your guess is confirmed.
The Marco Brain.
Yes? Yes. A product of genetic experimentation like yourself, the macro brain has developed a tremendous intelligence. But unlike yourself, he has decided to further the cause of evil. A formidable combination, you think. Please, Colonel, make it easy on yourself. Surrender to the might of the macro brain. Never! Repel all intruders, men! On your own, there is little you could do against a well-disciplined private army, but if the Colonel's men could keep them at bay, and you had the opportunity to face the macro brain on his own, suddenly a warning comes in from your crime watch. Council buildings, fast! So do you leave this matter to the army to deal with and head to the council buildings, or try to get the macro brain on his own?
Head to the Titan buildings.
Titan City Council. You speed off back to the Titan City and arrive at the council buildings.
Don't panic, everybody. Regular Chairface is here on the scene.
Everyone seems surprised at your visit. The day has been a peaceful one.
Ugh, something is wrong, isn't it? Is there some kind of terrible crisis, lost dog?
Being a holiday, there are a few people about. There certainly seems to be no danger here.
Missing handbag?
Unbelievably, your crime watch goes off once more. Sorry, false alarm. Just what you needed. You leave in disgust. So do you check your crime watch or head home?
Head home.
The prospect of the F.E.A.R meeting is weighing heavily on your mind.
Perhaps I should just relax for the evening. It might be the only chance I get.
You gained 6 stamina points and you head straight to bed.
What do these points actually do?
They're basically your health points. The stamina points are your health points. So you regain 6 health points every evening when you go to sleep. But you've not done many fights other than that brief encounter you had with the...
Loads and loads of health.
I don't know if it... I think there's a maximum you can get.
Oh.
The sun streams in through your apartment windows. It's another beautiful day in Titan City. You are woken not by the alarm clock, but by the repeating message on your crime watch. You spring out of bed.
Today?
Do any of your clues suggest where the meeting might be? You may have to guess. Parker Airport, visit the town, or visit the waterfront.
Parker Airport, because before the thing watch beeped about Parker Airport.
Everything is normal at the airport as you arrive.
No. I didn't want to cause any panic.
You change into your street clothes in a side street.
Time to look around.
So do you look in arrivals, departures, or sneak outside to the hangars?
Sneak outside to the hangars.
You easily locate a fire exit and make your way outside.
Seems pretty hectic around here.
Vans pulling trailers filled with luggage busy themselves around you.
Looks like there's 3 hangars to explore.
Xavier Hangar is where private and executive jets are kept. Summers Hangar houses emergency helicopters, while McCoy Hangar is for cargo planes.
F.E.A.R could be in any one of these hangars, but which one?
So Xavier, Summers or McCoy?
Maybe they want helicopters to get away quick if they get discovered. So maybe some.
Summers. You enter the hangar, but only a single helicopter is inside.
No ground crew around it at all.
The helicopter is a 6-seater, perfect for a meeting.
I think I'll find a good place to wait it out.
You hide behind a stack of crates in one corner of the hangar and wait to see if anything happens.
I can't be wasting my time here all day.
Changing into your street clothes, you hail a taxi.
Taxi.
Should you go to the base? Maybe Colonel Sanders is further leads.
Driver to the army base and step on it.
The driver has his radio blaring as he drives. You're almost at your destination when it splutters and fizzles. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for an important announcement. A steely voice with a sinister tone speaks slowly and clearly. Citizens of the world. The taxi driver attempts to change the radio station. Message is being broadcast on all frequencies simultaneously in all language to all areas of the globe. The message opening fills you with dread. My name is Vladimir Utushiki. I am better known as the Titanium Cyborg. It's the leader of F.E.A.R himself. And you just lost 9 hero points.
What?
Presumably because you didn't find the meeting.
Oh.
Utushiki continues with his broadcast. My organization is known to you as the Federation of Euro-American Rebels.
F.E.A.R.
My message is this. We have taken control of the Starfire satellite which orbits the Earth.
The Starfire satellite?
We demand your unconditional surrender and the submission of all citizens to our leadership. Ouch, you just took 9 to the hero points.
Oh my god, that's 18 hero points we've lost.
Utushiki goes on to explain the extent of their power. They plan to obliterate one by one the major cities of the Earth. As proof, Titan City will be the first to be destroyed, in exactly 30 seconds in fact. You just lost 9 hero points. Your heart sinks, you failed to stop the fateful meeting of F.E.A.R. The whole world must now pay the penalty. Alas, this cannot be the end. Alas, this is the end of Regular Chairface, as F.E.A.R cannot be stopped. With no one left to save them, Titan City is doomed. Game over. Your stats this adventure. You enjoyed 1 cup of coffee. You quipped a quip. You defeated 1 villain. You had 11 Crime Watch alerts. You read 2 newspapers. And you ate 2 slices of pizza. You found a F.E.A.R card. The Crime Watch beeped 33 times. You got 0 hero points this time round. Better luck next time. Well, that's the end of that. Bye, guys.